The NASCAR community was surprised to learn that Chase Elliott, the 2020 NASCAR Cup Series champion, had fractured his left tibia while snowboarding in Colorado. His team, Hendrick Motorsports, had to find a replacement driver for him in the Las Vegas race, and Xfinity Series driver Josh Berry took his place. Jeff Andrews, Hendrick Motorsports president and general manager, announced that Elliott's recovery process could take several weeks, but they did not have a definite timeline. Let's delve into Elliott's timeline, including the details of his accident, his surgery, and recovery, and how Hendrick Motorsports is dealing with his absence. We will also evaluate if Elliott should receive a waiver following his leg injury, according to NASCAR rules. Let's start with the details of the accident. NASCAR driver Chase Elliott suffered a fractured left tibia while snowboarding in Colorado. The accident occurred just a few days after the Daytona 500 race, where Elliott placed in the top 5. According to his spokesperson, Elliott, who is an experienced snowboarder, had been enjoying some time off on the mountain when the accident happened. The accident was not reported until the next day when Hendrick Motorsports released a statement announcing that Elliott would not participate in the upcoming Las Vegas Cup Series race due to his injury. The statement revealed that Elliott had undergone a 3-hour surgery to stabilize his fractured left tibia and that his doctors were confident that he would recover fully. The team replaced him with Josh Berry for the race, and he finished in 29th place. During a press conference held by Hendrick Motorsports, Elliott's spokesperson, Josh Andrews, revealed more details about the accident and his surgery. Andrews stated that Elliott had a successful surgery and was recovering well, but they did not have a definite timeline for his return. Andrews added that the team would work with Elliott and his doctors to determine his timeline, but his health and well-being were their top priorities. The details surrounding the accident are still unclear. However, based on Elliott's social media posts, it appears that he was snowboarding alone. It is also unclear what caused the accident, but snowboarding accidents are not uncommon, and injuries such as fractured bones can occur when a snowboarder loses control or hits an object while snowboarding. Fractures of the tibia are common, and they can occur from various activities such as sports, falls, or car accidents. The tibia is the larger of the two bones in the lower leg, and it plays a significant role in supporting body weight and movement. When a fracture occurs, it can cause pain, swelling, and limited mobility. Elliott's surgery to stabilize his fractured left tibia likely involved inserting metal plates and screws to hold the bone in place while it heals. Recovering from a tibia fracture can take several weeks or even months, depending on the severity of the injury. The rehabilitation process may involve physical therapy to regain strength and range of motion in the leg. While Elliott's injury may have been a setback for his racing career, he received an outpouring of support from fans and fellow drivers. Many took to social media to express their well wishes and hopes for a speedy recovery. Elliott is a well-respected driver in the NASCAR community, and his absence from the track was felt by many. Elliott's absence from the Cup Series race could be anywhere from 6 to 10 weeks, according to Jordan Bianchi, a NASCAR insider for The Athletic. On the Door, Bumper, Clear podcast, Bianchi said that he had heard that Elliott could miss up to 10 weeks, which would mean his first race back would be on May 21st at the NASCAR All-Star Race at North Wilkesboro Speedway. If he misses only 6 weeks, his first race back would be on April 23rd at Talladega Superspeedway. In either case, he will miss up to 6 races, including Phoenix, Atlanta, Circuit of the Americas, and Bristol Dirt. The absence of a star driver like Elliott can have a significant impact on a team's performance. However, Hendrick Motorsports is well equipped to deal with the situation. The team has a deep roster of talented drivers, including Kyle Larson, William Byron, and Alex Bowman. Kyle Larson, who joined Hendrick Motorsports in 2021, has already made a strong impression on the team. Larson has been one of the most consistent drivers on the circuit, with multiple wins and top 5 finishes to his name. He finished second in the Las Vegas Cup Series race, helping to mitigate the impact of Elliott's absence. William Byron is another young driver who has shown a lot of promise in recent years. Byron won his first Cup Series race in 2020 and has been a consistent performer for Hendrick Motorsports. He finished first in Las Vegas, demonstrating his ability to compete at a high level. Alex Bowman, who replaced Dale Earnhardt Jr. in the number 88 car in 2018, has also been a solid performer for Hendrick Motorsports. Bowman has multiple Cup Series wins to his name and has shown that he can compete with the best drivers in the sport. In addition to its talented driver roster, Hendrick Motorsports also has a strong support staff that can help the team navigate Elliott's absence. The team has a dedicated group of engineers, mechanics, and other support staff who work tirelessly to ensure that their cars are in top condition. Hendrick Motorsports is also known for its state-of-the-art facilities, which include a 15,000 square foot performance center, a full-sized wind tunnel, and a cutting-edge simulator. These resources allow the team to analyze and fine-tune every aspect of their cars, from the engine to the aerodynamics. The team's commitment to excellence is also reflected in its training and development programs. Hendrick Motorsports has a comprehensive driver development program that helps young drivers hone their skills and prepare for the highest levels of competition. The team also invests heavily in research and development, constantly looking for ways to improve its cars and gain an edge over the competition. Despite the challenges posed by Elliott's absence, Hendrick Motorsports is well positioned to continue its winning ways. The team's deep roster of talented drivers, state-of-the-art facilities, and commitment to excellence make it one of the most formidable teams in the sport. While Elliott's injury is certainly a setback, the team has the resources and expertise to overcome it and emerge stronger than ever. In the wake of Chase Elliott's leg injury and subsequent absence from a NASCAR Cup Series race, the question of whether he should receive a waiver from NASCAR rules has been raised. According to NASCAR rules, a driver must compete in all races to be eligible for the playoffs, unless they are granted a waiver. The waiver system was created to account for extenuating circumstances that prevent a driver from participating in a race, such as an injury or a family emergency. In these cases, a driver can receive a waiver that allows them to still be eligible for the playoffs, even if they miss one or more races. Given the severity of Elliott's injury and the fact that it was sustained outside of racing, there's a strong argument to be made that he should receive a waiver. However, it ultimately falls to NASCAR officials to make the decision. NASCAR has previously granted waivers to drivers who have missed races due to injury. For example, in 2015, Kyle Busch missed the first 11 races of the season due to a broken leg and foot, sustained in a crash during an Xfinity Series race. NASCAR granted him a waiver, allowing him to compete in the playoffs and ultimately win the championship. Similarly, in 2017, Aric Almirola missed 7 races due to a back injury sustained in a crash. He was granted a waiver and went on to make the playoffs. However, not all drivers who have missed races due to injury have been granted waivers. In 2016, Tony Stewart missed the first 8 races of the season due to a back injury sustained in an off-road accident. Despite his many accomplishments in NASCAR, Stewart was not granted a waiver and was ineligible for the playoffs. It is worth noting that each case is unique, and the decision to grant a waiver is ultimately up to NASCAR officials. They take into account various factors, such as the severity of the injury, the driver's previous performance, and the likelihood of the driver being able to compete in future races. In Elliott's case, he has a strong track record in NASCAR and is considered one of the sport's rising stars. He also sustained his injury outside of racing, which could work in his favor. However, it remains to be seen whether NASCAR will grant him a waiver or not. In any case, it is important to prioritize Elliott's health and recovery above all else. Whether he competes in the playoffs or not, his well-being should be the top priority for both him and his team. As fans eagerly await his return, it's important to remember that injuries are an unfortunate reality in professional sports, and the most important thing is for the athletes to prioritize their health and well-being above all else. We will continue to monitor Chase Elliott's recovery and provide updates as they become available. Until then, we wish him a speedy recovery and look forward to seeing him back on the track soon.